This is the 3-point line, and I'm John D. Reinhart. Today we're exploring the angular world of Bezier curves as we make ourselves a nice illustration of this Adirondack chair. Although you won't find this chair on skippertywhistles.com, it's drawn in the same style as the mini illustrations you will find there. If you like those, this is how they're made. As always, the illustration is made in Adobe Illustrator and starts with a 960 by 540 point artboard. We throw a solid white rectangle on there, making sure to change the border size to 0 points. We'll throw a lock on that layer. Now the illustration is made up of 3 layers. The first has only the white rectangle background on it. The second layer has our appropriately scaled image of the chair. It wants to just fill the frame with a little bit of white space around it. We'll lock that layer too. Now a lot of people, well, some people, nobody has asked, how come you're not worried about the size of the photograph as it spills over the edge of the artboard? Well, the answer is because we're going to turn off that layer for the final image. Thanks for asking, somebody. Anyway, the third layer is where we do our work. Now, as the series title suggests, we're using a 3-point line. I've set it to fuchsia so that it stands out against the background image. Now, where so many of these images make use of straight lines, the Adirondack chair is an interesting subject because it has so few of them, just the legs and really just those outside edges. The rest of the chair's image is made up of Bezier curves. Bezier curves, named after Pierre Bezier, who in the 60s developed the concept of these real-world curves that otherwise have no mathematical representation. It's just a cool-sounding sentence. Even cooler, he developed the curve while designing Renault cars. The Bezier curve of the Renault. C'est incroyable. You probably know this, but in Illustrator, the Bezier curve gives you a little square at each end, called an anchor, and a little dot, called the handle. As you move the handle, the arc of the curve changes. They're great fun to play with. Armed with our Bezier handles, we can follow the swervy contours of this comfortable chair with ease. The 3-point weight of the line provides the illustration with a commanding appearance, given the scale. Now we'll throw a single curve across the top of the chair. Even though it's described by these 6 panels, these slats, they're cut to a single curve, and our life will be a lot easier if we just draw that curve once. The critical limitation of the Bezier is that it can describe only one arc, which means these long slats in the back of the chair will need at least 2 arcs each. This is one of those pleasant drawings that really doesn't have a lot of close-up details, which means it can be described entirely by our 3-point line. To make up for that simplicity, every single line needs an adjustment of some kind. Up here at the top, the width of that arc obscures the details at the top of the slats, but those are pretty important. So to manage it, we're going to Control-Z the top curve so that it's gone, but stored on the clipboard. We'll manage the details, adding a little back curve and the top of the support beam, and then use Shift-Control-V to paste the top curve back into place. Turning off the background view shows us we're still missing this little corner down here below the arm. Lucky for us, it's more Bezier curves. Now throughout we made sure that all the lines intersect at the corners because we'll be making our illustration into a live paint object. Live paint connects all of the lines and curves into a single unit, resulting in a coloring book style image. We'll choose this snappy blue to make sure that all of the lines connect. Actually, that's kind of a nice color for the chair, isn't it? Using the K key, we can select a null color to replace the blue where there shouldn't be any color at all. That's pretty nice. In total, it took us about 45 minutes to create this image, but the final result is well worth it. If you like it, please don't hesitate to pop a like on this video, which if you like that, you might consider subscribing to. Take a look at skippertywhistles.com to see these images at work. The link is in the description. I'm John D. Reinhart. Thank you for watching.